set of Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge on NBC. This show's unlike anything you've ever seen before. We take two Hot Wheels superfans, a car from their past, and give them a week to turn it into the ultimate life-size Hot Wheels. And the winner of this show, their design is gonna get turned into an actual Hot Wheels die-cast car that you can buy. And the set is unreal. Let me show you around. Now here on the main set, this is where our superfans get reunited with that special car from their past.
This is exactly what it looks like. This was my very first car.
Thank you, Hot Wheels. And if it looks like we're standing on a life-size Hot Wheels track, that's because we are. This is the Chrome Zone. This is where our superfans come to design that Hot Wheels they've been dreaming about building their entire lives. And here, there's inspiration at every turn. Maybe it's a paint color, a cool set of wheels, or a wing. And then we take all of that and figure out how to transform that car into the ultimate life-size Hot Wheels. Something like this. That bright yellow really jumps out.
Exactly. I want this car to make a statement.
It doesn't have to be street legal. It just needs to be awesome. Are y'all ready? This is our garage where the teams take that car and transform it into the ultimate Hot Wheels. And you guessed it, because it's a competition, that means there's two of them right across from each other. I mean, talk about pressure.
This is our worst nightmare.
Hey, blue team, how's your wheelie going?
No. We only got 1 week.
We're up against it.
The competition is on.
It's game on.
I came here to win this competition.
I want to build this car bigger and badder than anything that's ever been built.
Everybody stop what you're doing.
What's going on?
This is the Inspirationator 5000. It is incredible, chock full of some of the most iconic Hot Wheels ever made. Now, our superfans don't know it, but somewhere during that week, this bad boy spits out an iconic Hot Wheels that they have to then use at least one design element from that car into their cars. Oh. Look at this. He throws them for a total loop.
Am I about to be inspired? What does that mean for my car?
Every episode, 2 competing builds are judged by the 3 of us. She's a designer for the Ford Motor Company and a Hot Wheels ambassador, and he's a major influence in car culture.
There's a lot of elements that we consider when we're judging. We're thinking about originality, execution, and of course, hotness.
Hotness.
And I'm just like, slam it, wide body, nice paint, party.
What really makes a Hot Wheels a Hot Wheels? I don't know what I was expecting, but it was not that.
My God!
We've got celebrity judges that give us a hand. Anthony Anderson, Sung Kang. Terry Crews is here, people. Joe McHale.
I want to see Hot Wheels as big as our combined forehead space.
Really?
Really, Terry. Don't miss Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge coming this summer to NBC.
Boom, there you go. Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge is on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock on NBC. It's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. And as you see on the screen, I got some professionals right now. The celebrity judges. I got my man Hert and Dalal. I'm not even going to try to pronounce y'all's full names because I can mess up names, but I appreciate y'all so much for sharing some of your time today.
Oh, yeah, it's our pleasure.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. So I just want to say, as a person of color myself, I just got to say, man, I love seeing y'all on there showing up, showing us, repping for the community. And it just gives me good vibes because it's been a minute since we've had a show, I feel personally, with that kind of representation. It's been some time. So I just love seeing y'all shining and just inspiring that next generation because it's truly going to do that. So thank you both for being on there and showing love and spreading your knowledge to the people. So real quick, I just want to give a personal anecdote in regards to the show and how much I love the show and with y'all on it. As a person of color myself and being Asian, and growing up in the South, I know Hert got a little, you've been in the South. It's always been like a thing, especially for Asians and growing up in the 90s to like know about cars and have that knowledge. And my family, we didn't exactly have that amount of income. And so, to have that profile and try to just kind of live up to the rest of the clique, it was kind of difficult. And so I kind of faded from it, but I've always had a love for cars and the like. And Dalal, you took it to a whole nother level, which is so inspiring. And Hert, you made a whole business out of it and your mindset for the show. It's why I love the show, because now, even though I don't have that knowledge, I can get inspired through what y'all are doing in different ways. And so I love the premise of Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge and being a Hot Wheel collector myself from back in the day. But then, I just didn't have the money and capital to like super my cars like that. So I'm curious for yourself, what does that mean to you? I think that was my segue into that question of that. Did y'all have that kind of same inspiration? And are you knowledgeable of the impact y'all are making on our communities now that are going to come up? If I can start with you, Dalal.
Yeah, it's so crazy because I've gotten a few messages from people telling me how they'll even let their young daughters stay up to watch the show because it's so important to see someone that looks like them. And it's crazy to hear things like that. It's so surreal because to me, I was like, I just felt so honored to be part of the show and just so excited. It felt like a gift to me that I got to participate in this. So it's crazy to hear that I am, really helping out a community and really allowing people to feel like, sorry, I'm getting called. Really allowing people to feel like they're part of this thing with us. And, even though it's a car show, we really try to not alienate people who are not necessarily knowledgeable about cars. We make sure that we can talk to the person who maybe has cars as an interest, but isn't necessarily a gearhead, which is also really great. So I love being part of this.
I love that. Yeah, I'm not a gearhead. Like, I'm not an engineer. I'm the wrong Asian for that. I'm more the creative side. How about you, Hert? What did this mean for you getting on board Hot Wheels?
Well, I mean, first, I definitely resonate with you. I didn't come from money and I always loved cars, and I wasn't able to dive into cars the way that I want to when I first fell in love with cars. So that's kind of why I have as many cars as I do now. I'm just kind of living out my childhood dreams now that I managed to pave a way into this space. But being where I am after, 15 years of grinding, just chasing my dream of wanting to drift cars and drive cars, and now I'm on Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge on NBC. It's a wild feeling, and I never did it for a reason other than the way that drifting made me feel is I just wanted to feel that, so I chased it, and thankfully it's paid me back with this life that I now live. And honestly, one of the best parts about it is when I do go to events and there's a bunch of kids younger than me who look like me who come up to me and say, hey, I don't know how I really felt about doing this, and then I found out about you and now I'm all in, so that part makes it really special because we live in a selfish world, we do selfish things, and so that just gives it a whole nother meaning.
I love that. Yeah, and now that I can make money now, I'm getting inspired by this. So I'm gonna learn a lot from this show.
You're gonna ruin your life, my boy.
Even though I'm not the gearhead.
You're gonna ruin your life. Okay. Stay away.
This episode, check this out. Dalal was saying this, Hert was saying this. This is what I want. So working on the show, collaborating on the show with these amazing people that you have on that are competing. How has that been? If I can go to you now, Dalal, and interacting with these folks and you're bringing it to life. I just love because you are like in there like futurist with what you're doing.
Well, thank you. I mean, working with these superfans has been incredible because so many of them come from such different backgrounds and they have such different relationship to cars. And a lot of them, they're not, car people, but the car that they grew up with is such an integral part of their life. So it's so fun. It's so amazing to see how emotional they become when they start really putting in their story and their personal elements into their design and really bringing this thing to life that maybe sometimes really taps into a part of childhood, which is so great to see. And everyone is just so sweet and so fun and ready to get really wild, really crazy, and even get their hands dirty. I'm talking people who have never been in a garage in their life, never touched a power tool, were ready to get behind that welding mask and start cutting things up. It was so cool.
Love it. Hert, same question, rocking on the show with these guests.
Yeah, I mean, it's I grew up loving cars, not grew up, but my teenage years forward. I always loved cars and wanted to do what I'm doing now. And so it's, one thing that's funny about being a car person, quote unquote, I'm surrounded by cars. I'm surrounded by people who love cars. We all do the same thing. So when I get into circles where the people aren't into cars, I feel, you know, a little out of place. So just because, you know, all we do is talk about cars. So grabbing people who aren't necessarily car people and putting them in this space and watching them take it on and fall in love with it. And because when we got on the show, I didn't really expect the contestants to be building the cars. I just thought they were gonna, you know, say, okay, I want this and this and this, thank you. But every single person that was brought on to be a contestant on the show fell in love with the idea of building cars and got their hands dirty and really wanted to be a part of it, and then just want to watch it happen. So that was a really special thing, to watch someone come on a show and fall in love with building cars and potentially take that home with them and start doing it on their own, you know?
Oh yeah, I love it. I dig it. And I love that Hot Wheels has partnered with this whole premise of the show and bringing to life, you know, Hot Wheels from like our childhood, and now going forward that is going to be a future Hot Wheel at the very end. Back to you, Dalal, with kind of judging these people, informing them, helping them along the way. Was there anything like to pull them back from in a way? Like, that's a little impossible, or is just there is no impossibility?
There's no impossibility. I mean, anything is possible if they have the time and the means to do it. You know, we'll never stop someone from being too ambitious. There have been times where we go, that might not look so great. So we might walk them back from an idea that we think will hurt their final design. But what we found throughout the show is that these superfans are so passionate that sometimes, even if we tell them that we don't think something looks good, they're all in. They're leaning in, and a lot of times they really surprise us.
I love it. How about you too, Hert? Same question I asked Dalal, but also maybe what was the wildest thing they've asked as well, in a way that like, I don't know.
You know, after filming an entire season of Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge, I don't know that anything was too wild.
Let's go.
Like you just became so used to every single wild idea that was imaginable. But Dalal pretty much nailed it. It's you know, you could do whatever you want to these cars, but as judges, we offered guidance. You know, so if you wanted to do something that was extremely wild but might have made the car look not great, you know, like we basically told them very nicely, you're not going to win if you do that. So you know, just guided them like, hey, you can do that. I don't know if it'll help your build. And so the builders were capable to do anything that they wanted. Anything that the super fans wanted, the builders were capable of doing it. So it's kind of just, you know, what you wanted to accomplish, how confident you were in your own design, you know.
Yes, super cool. And so far this season has been a fun ride. Yeah. Dunk, dunk, dunk. I love it. Last question then, just to close us out. Then kind of like what you were just saying, what would you say is the ultimate rule or ultimate guideline to people that are consuming the show and are now gonna, you know, the following day go inspired and maybe get online, I want to order this part or maybe this and the third. What would you say is your number one guideline to any fan checking this out and wanting to, you know, do the ultimate challenge with their own vehicles? Back to you, Dalal.
I think I have to defer this one to Hert. That's kind of like he lives.
I mean, as a car person, if you're a diehard car person, you love modifying cars. I think if you really want to enjoy this show, you have to remove yourself from it, just in a sense, like, because we're always going to sit here and be like, I would do this or I would do that. I don't like that, you know, but it's not about you. It's not about what you would do. It's someone taking a car from their past that meant everything to them and then given the opportunity to make it into an ultimate Hot Wheels. It's something special. Like, you have to put yourself in the mindset, what would I do if that special car that I grew up with, I got a chance to turn it into a Hot Wheels, and just enjoy it from that perspective. You know, once you get too technical and start thinking about this or that, just sit back, grab some popcorn, enjoy the show. Don't overthink it. Just enjoy the ride, you know, just like you said.
I love it. Well, Hert, Dalal, it is such a pleasure to talk to you both. I'm gonna put vibes in the air for a second season. Are you game for a second season of Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge?
Let's do it.
Let's ride. We ready to ride? I love it. Well, you are both so amazing. I am now following you all from this show and seeing where you guys are going to take us, inspire us. And again, from a representational standpoint, you love to see it. And I just want to give you all your props, and just can't wait to see where you both go next. And for everybody to tune in to Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge, we get these ratings going, and let's get the second season going. Yeah. And let's boom, y'all.
Kuya P, Nerds Rule the World. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you both. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Hert, Dalal, it's your boy Kuya P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Check out Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge on Tuesdays at 10 o'clock on NBC. There you go.